Okay, we move on to Orc and Goblin turn 3. So his Black Orcs decide to charge my Pegasus Knights, and I flee. There was nothing to be gained by standing there. I'm not worried about it. I think I'm going to rally easily enough. He moves up his troops a little bit, staggering them. You can see the the fanatics kill another fast cav. My fast cav are standing there as meat shields. They're doing a pretty good job. They keep on, one guy a turn gets killed. His fanatics though kind of move. There's still two of them move pretty much out of the way, but there's one that's kind of blocking my Knights of the Realm, and another one that's kind of in the way of all my other knights. Yeah, so a little bit of a hassle. And notice his general couldn't move, which is kind of nice. Oh, that previous picture, by the way, I was wrong. That was not Orc and Goblin turn 3. That was Brett turn 3, and my Pegasus Knights didn't rally, but they didn't go off the board. They're just really close to the edge of the board. Otherwise, you can see on the right, I'm not really moving up. I want my men-at-arms there to be able to support me if I need them, but I'm not in a hurry to engage those units. I think those Black Orcs will tear my men-at-arms up. I want to be there just to, again, just to be there and provide some static combat res should my Knights ever decide to come over. Over here, I couldn't get two Knights to get around the Fanatic and into that unit of Orcs. So what I decided to do was go ahead and charge my BSB out of the Quested Knights, take my Knights Errant up, and see if I can break that unit on the charge. I thought I had a decent chance of doing it. Obviously not an overwhelming chance, but I just wanted to get into things. Charge my fast cav into the other bolt thrower so it would quit shooting at me. Charge my Knights Errant on the left into that bolt thrower, and because he had turned it to shoot at me, what that did is when I charged its front, it lined me up to his general. So my general charged his Wyvern and general in the rear. It doesn't look like it, but that's because the model sticks out too far. And I'm going to do that Knight Errant battle first. I should win, and if I do, they'll get to charge into that Wyvern model as well. And I declare a challenge, issue a challenge, because I don't want him fighting the Knights Errant and killing them. I just want the Knights Errant there to give me outnumber, banner, and flank, so that if I whiff some attacks, at least I have some static combat res helping me out. So, and that happened the way we thought it would. We easily beat the bolt thrower crew, overran. My general did not get the killing blow this turn. I think he did one wound on the Wyvern. It did one wound back. I don't remember if he's going for my Pegasus. I think he's going for my general. I think that wound's on my general himself. More importantly, with this charge in the middle, I didn't break that unit. I killed them. They had their general's leadership. They have a BSB. My BSB and his BSB are in a challenge. I did one wound on him, but I couldn't kill him. So with their reroll, they stuck. And so that's not good, because it ends up with something like this. Both Knight Goblin units charge into the flank of my BSB and the Knights Errant, who are in two, they're not in the same unit, but still. And otherwise, he actually kind of pulls back with his Black Orcs. I'm surprised. I thought he would kind of move up with them and take out my men-at-arms. You can see how his fanatics are less of an issue now. They're moving out of the way. I was really scared when I saw this with all that static combat res he has. But then I was thinking about it. I'm thinking, we both have a BSB. We both have a banner. He's got outnumber, 2 flanks, and 3 ranks. So it sounds like a lot. It's starting static res 6. But between men and mounts, I've got 12 attacks against Night Goblins, hitting on 3s, wounding on 4s. Got a decent chance to do some wounds back on them. So, may not win it, but at least with my general nearby and the BSB, I have a decent chance of sticking. And all I need to do is stick right there. So, and kudos to him for setting that up. Yeah, there's another look at it. It's one of the, I think, a pretty cool shot of a Warhammer battle. His Spider Riders declared failed animosity, by the way. That's why they're just sitting there. And when all is said and done, I think we're still right there. That my general in this round of combat still did not get killing blow on his Wyvern. I think he did another wound to my general. Yeah, and I lost another fast cav. So that says Orc and Goblin turn 4. That's not right. That's Bretonnian turn 4. And now we have one of the cooler pictures I've ever seen of a battle that I've been in. We've got his Orcs with my Knights Errant and BSB. We've got the 2 units of Night Goblins, and then we have my Questing Knights and my Knights of the Realm countercharging their countercharge. And now I'm very confident that we're going to win that fight. So I just bring my Grail Knights to start facing his other units. I don't really like the idea of the Fanatic coming through there and killing him, but for the most part, you can't control Fanatics. They'll get out of the way eventually. Yeah, so my Pegasus Knights decide to rally, which was pleasant. I just love the look of that battle. And after combat is over, oh, I'm sorry, Trebuchet lands on this unit, kills a few, they don't flee. And after combat's over, I mean, those Night Goblins, I cut through them. I mean, they were like paper, so I just demolished them. Easily had tons of combat res. Chased them all down. The Knights of the Realm unit, it looks like they're facing away. What happened is they pursued straight ahead, but then they hit his Shaman and lined up to the Shaman. And I think that's how it works. I don't know if he acts like a skirmisher and lines up to me or not, but that's the reason they're facing to the left, is because they lined up to the Shaman. My BSB and the Knights Errant unit that were in the middle are all the way out. The Knights Errant unit's off the board. My BSBs are at the edge of the board. Questing Knights are set up for a nice countercharge by his Orcs, but I'm just going to flee if that happens. And my General got 2 killing blows on his Wyvern this time. So killed the Wyvern, had tons of combat res. His General came back and killed my Lord off the top of that Pegasus. We still won combat with the Knights Errant, chased him off the board. So his General's dead, his Wyvern's dead, my General's dead. That unit of Knights Errant and my Royal Pegasus are off the board, having chased them down. So I know that's long and convoluted, but all that stuff at the top of the board facing sideways is stuff that's off the board. And there's my dead General. So Working Goblin turn 5. What's he going to do? He takes his units, he just tries to get them together, so I can't piecemeal them so very much. Yeah, there's another look at it. There's one Squig Herder still left, and then those other 3 units. Still fighting with the fast cab against his bolt thrower. Yeah, and that's it. You notice the Spider Riders keep getting smaller and smaller. That's because I'm shooting at him, killing him each turn. Yeah, he did charge his top unit against my Questing Knights. I fled. This says Orc Goblin turn 5. Again, that's a mistake. This is Bretonnian turn 5. My Questing Knights rallied, but I didn't even turn them around because I knew I wasn't going to do much anyway. Oh, and the reason I wasn't going to do much, if we'd gone to turn 6, I would have turned my Questing Knights on turn 5. Everybody else would have come on turn 5, and I would have easily beaten that Orc unit on the left. On turn 5, I destroyed the unit of Spider Riders. I shot them, and they fled off the board. And likely on turn 6, I would have beaten the other unit, I think. Who knows? But the game went long, and we were out of time. We knew at turn 4 that we'd be lucky to get done with turn 5, so I just sped it up at the end and didn't finish anything. So it ended up being, if we split 20 points, I think it was a 14-6 victory. And again, if my guys come on board at turn 5 and I get my charges on turn 6, I think it likely would have been even worse than that. But such is the game. So we're back with 1 minor loss, 1 solid win going into turn 3, game 3 of the tournament.